You're on stage.
Oh, shit. I think it's live. No, I didn't do the start. Hang on, let me do the start.
And
Yeah, sorry guys. Kind of mealed the start of that, of the video. I don't know why. It's actually 3 a.m. here. But we do have a special guest. Let me just bring her in on the show.
too special. Hey!
Is it going? I don't know what's going on. I
I don't
feel as
know.
though the software has changed since the last time I used it.
No, it's fine. I'm checking it. Nobody watching, but it's fine. Joking. Hello, guys. Thank you so much that you're joining us. Can you put your comments like so we know it's working and you can hear us?
Yeah, I'm always paranoid about this. I spend so much time setting up the lights and the microphone, and if no one can hear us, it would really be very distressing for me and us.
Okay.
So what's been happening, Luba?
Oi, okay, Stryker, I asked you specifically not to touch something.
Yeah.
Oh, Sammy, Arthur. Okay, everybody's here. We don't need to wait for anybody else.
Cool. I can see the comments. I don't know. I feel as though I've never used this program before, but I know that I have. So anyway, we just wanted to have a live video because Luba was in the United States, didn't we?
I'm still here.
Oh, you're still there? Oh, interesting. And well, we thought we talked about having this for some reason, and then we said the other day, yesterday, we can't do it because it's just time is just too difficult. But I think it's interesting what Luba's been doing. We're talking about what she's been up to, what's been happening. I thought, let's just do a live video. I don't mind staying awake till 3:03 a.m. in the morning. I don't mind doing these sorts of things because it's important, and we have to do those things because that's what we
And you see, even the sign a little bit changed the color. What is with my hair today?
Yeah.
Like
I changed the sign. I changed the lighting. Things have been different since you've been gone. You know,
very different. Will I recognize you?
it's been very peaceful and quiet, to be honest. Okay. And that's a bad thing.
No, because like I ask everybody to not bother us. Kind of not bother, but I said I ask them to.
So what time is it now in
New York? It's 9 o'clock.
It's what?
9 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
9 p.m.
Okay. So what's been happening anyway? Tell us about your trip. I like to imagine that when you went over to New York, that you were like this lost girl looking up at the buildings, going, "Wow, like this is incredible." But
lost and found.
Yeah, like it's just a whole new experience for you.
No, first of all, like the flight, I have to say thank you guys. Like I really admire all of you for traveling that far. I know that we always say, don't say that you've been traveling so far to meet your lady, but I mean, actually,
Yeah.
just need to manage this here.
Now you get it.
Yeah. So like all these guys, I know that Arthur and Sammy, they recently went and like it's, sorry, until I fix it, I can't do anything. But anyway, so it's such a long and exhausting trip, like not exhausting, but it's kind of long, and then you just sit. But what was nice about that it was my first flight where I have an internet on board, and so the whole 8 hours I was chatting with Stryker. So if you're curious what I was doing on the plane.
It was like she never left.
He wanted some peace and quiet, but it didn't happen. No, I was able to work. So it was interesting. So guys, I really, really appreciate all of you for traveling that far to meet your special ladies because the flight is not the fun part, I guess. Then when
Mm.
I came to New York, I was singing the song New York, New York. I'm
Who
joking.
are you singing that to?
I was just in the middle of a street.
To the subway
I was
train
collecting
drivers?
some money. Yes. Is it really lonely, like 5 people watching us? Is it a joke?
No.
How many people is watching? Five?
Well, it includes us, the three.
Okay. Guys, like we're really failing because I said, Striker, we should do it at this time because it's so much better. Like it will be morning for you, but for the
Yeah, but I
guys,
appreciate Arthur, Sammy, and Barry. I owe them. I owe them beers. If they come to Spain, I'm taking them out for beers. Okay.
So yeah, guys, just don't leave, please. Okay.
Hey, but can I just say here, there was something you said to me the other day, Luba, when you went out to a restaurant, and it was like you saw the price, and it was like, what is this price? Can I tell that story?
About the coffee.
No, no, you went to a restaurant, and it was like you were like, what? Like we didn't even buy anything. Can I
Oh,
tell this?
oh, it was in the shop. Yes.
Yeah, well they went out. No, it was a restaurant. You said you went there and you bought some things, and the price was just like I can't believe how like how expensive it is. And I said I hope you didn't say anything because we tell the guys to not comment on how cheap it is. And now you're on the other end of the scale, and you're in the United States, and and I hope that you held your tongue, so to speak.
I can't hold my tongue, but the prices here is, when we came from Ukraine to Spain, the prices seems like very expensive, right? Like we was walking, like we was comparing, and what we experience. Yeah. So yeah, Arthur, just keep commenting, so at least we know that everything is okay. 4 people. Thank you. Barry probably left, or same.
We only need a few people. That's all we need. If you have a party at your house, you don't want
Prices
everyone
in
turning.
Spain were, yeah, okay. Like don't save this. I think that it's pointless to save. But the prices in Spain seemed like expensive, and then when I came to US, it's really expensive. It's I don't know, and I don't think it's just New York. I think it's everywhere. But even like the coffee, like I grabbed cappuccino, it was like $8. When in Spain, it's the maximum price in the best place is 2.6 euros. So, and I went to the pharmacy as well. I grabbed like just lotion, just chewing gum,
It's a good
something
combination.
lotion, chewing
Sounds like you're in for quite a night.
gum, and now I need to be careful what else I grab. Something else I grabbed anyway. So it was $46, but it was like nothing. A Band-Aid. Don't ask me.
They are expensive, those band-aids these days, with inflation and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Anyway, so Arthur, Sammy, how are you, man? Barry,
Wait, David is
uh,
here as well. He messaged me. He said, like, Luba, I'm supporting. I'm here. I just can't comment. At
uh,
least. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, if you don't, I understand
questions
you.
about what? You haven't said anything to them yet.
Just, oi, Arthur, thank you so much, dear. Everybody who like I know and who I'm gonna meet. Oh,
I actually work like a cat. So I sleep during the day, and at night I work.
it's not true. He just work
At
24/7.
night I go out and I climb on the edge of fences, and
Okay,
I scratch at people's doors.
we need to remember that this is actually live. It's not just our chit chat. So we need to
Well,
make
like when I'm tired, I start talking shit and don't make any sense. But I have a lot of fun, and then um,
the
it's just
most
who I
important.
am. That's who
Anyway,
I will be.
listen. Okay, let me finish.
Anyway, Luba, I've got some questions for you.
Okay, but anyway, like I came to yes, in New York is very strange. It's very
Weather
cold.
here has been incredible since you've been gone.
I know, I know.
It's been incredible. I can't even believe that the weather can be like this time of the year anywhere.
To be honest, I don't know, like it seems like my body not ready for cold anymore, like because it was so cold. And of course, like the special one is the New York subway is incredible. It's the best. So it's pretty tough.
Yeah, I've never
What's
experienced the
your
New
favorite
York subway.
city? You say, could you see yourself living in? Oi, guys, when the war will finish, I know that Arthur, for example, went to Odessa, but another Arthur, New Jersey, Arthur from Texas, haven't been. So I really invited to Odessa. Like, and I think that all of you will end up living there. Like if you're asking me about the state, but I really like, to be honest, I really like Virginia. I was living in Virginia Beach. I was living in Tampa. Tampa was like super nice, super like it's cool. Like I like it. San Antonio I already been and will visit. So I would think that I would not choose New York as a city to live, or state. So today I went to Princeton. Arthur, check me if I'm right. Princeton University, and we went. We was passing there, and it's very different vibe from New York. So New York is cool if you come for business, if you come for fun, for short time. But for living, for me,
You
it's a
know,
bit.
it's actually quite interesting because some people go to Ukraine and they feel like they want to move there. Some people go to Ukraine, they think, oh, this is good for maybe a vacation, and some people go there and absolutely hate it. And it's interesting, that you can go to a place that's so different from, say, New York or any of these other um, places that you're used to, and you want to stay there. But like when I look at the West, I struggle to find any reason to stay in the West unless you've got children or you've got parents that you need to take care of or something like that. I struggle to find any reason whatsoever to be in those countries. Because if you go to Odessa and you like it, yes, it's a challenge. Like it certainly is a challenge, but it's certainly cheap. Like that's probably like one of the most benefits. The women are hotter. You can buy an apartment for next to nothing right on the beach and like have an incredible life and with less stress. That's what I think anyway. But
When we were moving, and I think that we can say that, like I was always dreaming to live in US, always. Like it was my biggest dream. Then when I got a job offer in UK before hard target, I was thinking, why UK? Like if it would be states, if it would be any single state, like I would be first on a plane to go there. But like then I met Stryker, and then the hard target was born, and we started to raise it together. But
and then we
uh,
got the sign.
yeah, we yeah, and Stryker told me like when we left Ukraine, he said like basically like you can choose anywhere you want to go. Like I'm with you unless it's West, unfortunately. So I
Oh, sorry
understand
guys.
his feelings.
Sorry.
I understand his feelings, but it's true. I mean, like you told me, like you can choose. I don't care. Like as soon as you're happy, I will be happy as well. But like you choose, and but not the West. So that's why we end up in Spain. And so far, like when I say here that I'm from Spain, everybody's like, "Oh wow." So
Tell us about what have you done? You've been to the Matchmakers,
yes,
the World Matchmakers Global Matchmaking Association.
yeah. So I went. I came here.
How
By
did
the
you?
way,
You should send me some photos. I should put some photos on the screen.
some photos on the screen. If you subscribe to, if you are a subscriber of our Telegram, you know the photos. But anyway, anyway, uh, to give to move, but так, tell me. I was about to tell. I forgot.
Mhm.
What I was about to, Arthur saying that each place in US is have its own has its own vibe. That's why it's a very big country, like it is, because Texas, like the state of Texas, just one state is bigger size than Ukraine. So that is how big is the country. And guys, I appreciate everybody who is traveling to Texas to meet. It's really pretty cool, especially that some of you will drive for long hours, some of you will be on plane, but we will talk about this. So I came to US for several reasons. I came to US because of first, there was a global matchmaking conference where I was presenting Hard Rocket. It's a very big event in a matchmaking world, and I was really very excited to go. So how it happened, I heard about this event long time ago, like many years ago. This event this year turned 20 years. They were celebrating 20 years anniversary. So I heard about that very long time ago, and I could never possibly imagine that I would go. But about half a year ago, I was in Berlin, and one of our partners was there, and she said, "Oh, like, do you know about this event?" I said, I have such a flashback. I was like, wow, like this event, I was dreaming about that. And she say, maybe we should go together. And I say, okay, let's check it. And so the dates that they were putting, it was 29th of March. That was exactly my birthday. So, and I thought, I must, like I said, Striker, like, sorry, I'm going, I'm coming to New York because like it is the best like way how I can celebrate, especially what happened there. Like it's the best way how I can celebrate my birthday. And my friend ended up not going, so I went myself. And this event is incredible because for 20 years, every year, they put together all the matchmakers who are having a experience in this industry. Some of the people even have experience of 30 years. So imagine how different is that. Most of them were Western matchmakers, and it's people who work exactly in US. Some of them were working in Asia. There was a lady from Singapore. Some people, there was European agencies as well, one from Croatia, one from Switzerland, one from Ireland. And it was extremely interesting to be there, to present Hard Turkey, to talk about what we do. Because to be honest, I was surprised how conservative they are. And they said, we have some guys who want to find lady in Eastern Europe. It's rather like exception what they said, but we didn't know that there is even agency. So they are so a little bit close-minded about that, that not close-minded, that they open-minded, but they just didn't have experience of working with
Well,
such.
I think also, just quickly, I think it's also that they are like 95%, maybe even higher, of matchmakers in the West are females. So
There were.
they're not gonna say Ukrainian women are better than Western. Like,
I
you
agree
know,
with you 100%. And there were maybe 5 or 6 guys from 120 people, from 120 matchmakers. There were not just matchmakers, there were also dating coaches. That was very interesting because we started coaching sessions with you, and there were people who just do the coaching, so they were very interested in our service as well, because again they have people who is doing that and who doing the coaching, but then they need to send them somewhere, and some people don't want to date on the West. So it was good in every possible way. It was good in every possible way of collaboration, I would say. But the guys, you're right, like it's not many men doing that. There were one guy who was like very famous. He's a dating coach. There was another guy who was a husband of one girl who is opening dating agency for LGBT, right?
okay.
Yeah. So I was like, for me, it was very interesting because there was like all sorts of agencies. Like there was even the agency that called something like astrological dating, something like that. So the guy
Mm.
is is working only with gay and only like sign them by astrological stuff. And people believe like it's what
And
people
people
want.
pay for that.
And people,
The one thing that got me was like when you were talking about how much people are paying.
oh, it's striker, don't even start, like I probably will, like if people will say that we charge something, like I probably will tell them to do a coaching call with them. Like I'm not going to discuss like any service or money, like this is our pricing, and this is how we see it.
What was the, like you were saying, like the minimum that they charge for
So
that
the
whole?
minimum, only one agency, like the minimum price of one agency was 15,000, but the rest of them starting from 25,000 per matchmaking process, and
Wow.
25,000 include 6 dates, basically within 6 months. And if the guy, and it's only dates, it's no support, it's not, it's like basically nothing. It's just to find him girl, and most of them do it blind. And you told me, like I was saying, like before I went there, I was saying like striker, how can, like we was talking about one agency that a little bit piece like one of our client, and you said like Luba, all matchmakers do it blind. I said, but how? Like it's man, he needs to see the woman, he needs to want her, he needs to like
Yeah.
have this connection with her. What are you talking about? And he said, and you said that most of matchmakers do it blind, and it's true. Like
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
you.
There's a I mean, I think women matchmakers are drawn to this because of love. Love is romantic. You read about it in novels, or even Disney movies are all about love. Like it's all targeted towards females, like to the softer side of humanity, right? And so they're drawn to it. Men are not normally drawn to this because men don't really, generally speaking, really care about it so much, right?
There were a
But
guy who was a CEO.
the problem that those women have is that they see it from a perception of a woman's point of view, which is like opening a Clio magazine and reading what do men want in a relationship, and so they have this point of view, and so so that's my view on it anyway. And it's very glamorous for a woman. It's not so glamorous for a man,
There
at
were
least for
one guy.
me.
There. No. There was one guy. He was he's the CEO of a big company. Also, it's like 3 a.m. for you, but it seems like my tongue is a bit tweaky, and I'm tired. But anyway, so there were one guy. There were so event where like we have a pre-party before on 28th where we was able to meet each other, and. It was very interesting because it was my first interaction with a bunch of people, American women, American men, because I mostly work with men, right? So for me to be around American women was a bit different because I sent strikers some pictures, it was a bit different. I would say like somebody was different. Okay, I will keep it keep on that note, like very different from how like any event in Ukraine would go, for example. And the next day we have an event where there were speakers were on a stage and we were having like a tables with 10 people, and we were listening to different speakers. There were and then there was like round tables, and these round tables were extremely interesting because one of the speaker were a guy that I hope that he will remember about me and my blue dress. As you know, I went in that. It's my red book and my blue dress. It's like my brand. So and he will probably will do an interview with us on the channel. He was extremely good. He's a psychologist, older guy, an older gentleman, very interesting, very smart. He kind of like he really support guys. He really support the view, and he say like, "Hey,
Mm.
ladies, you are wrong." And the lady, like I'm telling you, there was a resistance. Like for me, okay, it's us talking about this, right? But it's an American psychologist, and he was telling that the Western woman doing something wrong. It meet a lot of resistance. Like the lady, was, I have a question. I have a question. I do this, but and he was like super calm, and it was pretty cool. Like I really like have an empathy to everything he was saying. He has a book. I took a photo with him. So everything, like I really like it was very interesting. He was talking about anxiety as well, so I know that a lot of guys going through anxiety and how to deal with that, how to get this comfortable zone. So everything basically that we talking about, like it was there. So I was
And he's a
very,
man. He's
yeah.
a man, and he understands it.
Yeah, man,
Just
and he was like he is super good, and he was even talking about his wife, and he was like putting her in her place, I would say. And then there was another person was very interesting. He is a coach for autistic people, or people on spectrum, right?
Mhm.
So it was very interesting for me to watch, to listen to him, and he was telling all the interesting parts about how the dating process goes for these people, and so there's no need to be scared or like avoid them, and they're basically very coachable. So it was interesting because it's kind of not a new flow, but they say that in United States every 36th person is on spectrum, right? So but
Mhm.
there is about 100 different types of the stage of this of, for example, autism. And so it's very different, and so they working with these people, they're working with children, they're working with couples. It was very interesting. There were ladies who were talking about like future of matchmaking as well, and all of that were just very insightful and very inspirational, because for me again, to get to such event, to talk to these people and to present Ukraine and her target, like I was still, I made a mistake. I said that I was from Spain. No, I was still saying that I'm from Ukraine, but I was saying that I live in Spain right now. And that was very very powerful, I would say,
Hmm.
and interesting.
It's also interesting is that you can have a dating agency, and you can just niche down into anything. Like sometimes you see these like apps where it's a dating app for like say farmers. I don't know if you've seen this, for farmers, for truck drivers. Just a clone of some app that they try and target. But if you had enough exposure and your niche was so small, you could charge $50,000 or $100,000 if your niche was so small and it was I match. I don't know. a particular industry or something, or even like say with something like autism or something like that, or even people with a disability or something like that. Like you could specialize in just matching that. No matter what happens, there's always going to be matchmaking companies. Like, I mean, like the fact that you went to that event and those women are charging $50,000 to match. And the thing that was interesting about that, this is the thing that me and Luba were just blown away about, is that their level of support, like our level of support, like we, you guys know, you guys know us,
Okay.
is that we, if you call us at midnight, we'll talk to you at midnight. If you want to meet us at any time, we'll come and meet you. But their level of support is no, it's like 9 to 5, and that's just the way it is. That's that they. And so me and Luba are like, oh, I can't believe that we, if they knew exactly how much we were, how long how long the hours were that we were working, they would think that we were out of our minds. And
I will tell you, like I was sitting in this round table near the lady, and during the whole event, I were helping our guy to choose the ring. Dear, I'm here. Like I was choosing. So what happened during that? Like I have a lot of birthday gifts. So one of our couple got engaged exactly on my birthday and the day of the event. And so we were sitting on this round table, and I knew that he will do that, so it was not a surprise for me at least. And it was the guy, like if you're on our Telegram, it was the guy who was measuring this finger, not other part as you were thinking.
sorry, Sammy, I just got to drop your one off because this one is this is my message. This is my response. We'll come back to Poland.
Okay, a bit of Poland. And so, and while we were sitting, all these matchmakers, like I always get a little reaction on myself, like, she's just young, she doesn't know nothing. Like it's like how my life goes, like because no matter which industry I'm coming, like I'm always kind of like the youngest, and people don't take me serious at the beginning because like I'm kind of short and like I don't know, like I'm not big,
And no
probably.
one ever takes short people seriously, do they?
No, 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 no. Like it's just like I'm like I'm not beachy enough. I don't
Especially
know. I
short
don't know.
Ukrainians, it just can't be done.
I don't know. But anyway, they don't take me serious until, we start because there was one woman, she has a podcast, and then in the beginning she was like talking to everybody else except me. But at the end, like when I started showing her photos of our couples, when I was like she was like, but look, like all your couples look the same. Like how you match them? Like because when I start looking, like somebody has the same nose, somebody has the same like whatever. So it's interesting. But anyway, so they were not taking me seriously at the beginning, especially some girl from Ukraine. And then like when this guy proposed, and I got the final picture and the video how he proposed, and I'm like, "Ee!" I did this sound, unfortunately, but they were like, are you having a stroke? And I said, no, my couple got engaged. And I just like I was yelled about that. And like they always like start clapping. And I was the only one from 120 people who got engaged couple right now. And I was like, and I'm coming here for the wedding. Like I came to US because of this event, but mainly for the wedding. So that was impressive for them. They would, and after that, like after I announced that engaged couple, like a lot of agencies like start reaching out to me. They were talking to me and they were saying like how you do it, blah blah blah. So I was showing picture. I of course crossed the face, don't worry. But anyway, so it was like that was a very wow moment for me when people from like, who is this girl, like, and then everybody were like coming back to me and asking questions and how you do that. And I realized that the reason that they don't do the international matchmaking is simply because they think it's too difficult. It's not necessarily because they think, like Ukrainian ladies or something. They don't like. I was worried that they will think, oh, Ukrainian ladies, they don't have good reputation or something, scary. Nobody talk about that. Nobody really know. But the reason that they don't do that is because it's too difficult. Oh, you need visa, you need this, you need this. I said, yes, you do, but everything is possible. Like, why not? Why not to try? And so I think that marriage proposal that I'm super grateful for, and I'm super excited. Another wedding to come, right? So I realized I'm talking directly to him. Sorry, Striker. I talked directly to this person.
Yeah, I was looking where he was.
Yeah, he's just in my phone.
Yeah.
I can't find the comment button. But anyway, so yes, that was pretty cool, and that was pretty incredible. Okay, you want to talk about GPT?
Ah, see, I have a couple of ideas for some videos coming up, and I think I talked about it on another one of the podcasts earlier. How I made a video where I got ChatGPT. this was ChatGPT 3. I think it's on 4 now. So ChatGPT 3, I got it to pretend to be my girlfriend for me to practice dating, right? And even ChatGPT 3, I was asking it, "Are you a scammer?" And it was saying, "No, I'm not a scammer." And so it could be used to be a scam chat on a fake website. And I guarantee it's either happening now or it's going to be happening very soon in the future. Then I used a Mid-Journey to make a woman. I think I showed the photo. I don't know if I've still got it on my phone. And she was a yoga instructor who was a doctor. And what I did is with ChatGPT 3, what I did is I uh, copy pasted Elena from Kiev. I don't know if you guys know Elena from Kiev. She's a very famous pro dater. You type in Elena from Kiev, you'll see her. I copy pasted that into ChatGPT and I said, write a profile for her. So I went through the whole process and I didn't edit it for like 2 or 3 weeks. All right. After 2 or 3 weeks, Mid-Journey had upgraded to the next version. And all the AI tech is moving so fast. The video I made is like old news and it was only made like maybe 6 weeks ago, something like that. But I have got another one that I am thinking about doing that I may do very, very soon. But in terms of how will it affect matchmaking, it won't, because there's no real, like, matchmaking is not, there is some intuition which Luba has, right? I don't have this, right? So I don't have this. I can tell the guy if he's doing something stupid. I can understand if the guy needs to be warned about something. I understand the red flags. I understand the support. I understand all that stuff. But when it comes to that intuition that Luba has built up, and sometimes she catches me out on it where she says, I think this is good or whatever. And I'll think, no. And I'm almost always wrong, okay? Because I don't have that intuition. She has it. So I don't think that ChatGPT is a trained model. So it has to be trained on something. So you'd have to have 1,000 lubas and it is trained on 1,000 lubas to try and match something, whatever. You could train it to say something like, okay, if they are similar in height, if they are similar, if they have some similar value, right, with a bunch of different variables that would bring it together somehow using algorithms and figuring out, how they look, the symmetry of their face. Is it possible that you could match them together? Maybe there's something like that in the future, I suppose. But I think that when we get to the point where we're doing that with matchmaking, I think, like, what's the point of even matchmaking? Why not just get an AI powered humanoid, right, and have a relationship with the perfect person? They have that the actual software is not that far off it, I don't believe, but it's the hardware that's not there. So if you could actually, you can buy these. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It went viral on TikTok not too long ago, and it was this picture of a cat, and it's powered by ChatGPT, and you can have a conversation with it, and it's got this deep voice. It sounds like Ted from those movies, and you can say, like, what's the time? Tell me, I need to get a train soon. What should I do? And people are having conversations with this picture frame, and it's just like a picture frame. And then when you talk to it, it like starts talking to you, and it's like that's pretty much it. That's pretty much an artificial intelligent relationship right there. They just don't have the hardware to go with it, and so it's only a matter of time before it does. But AI is incredible. Like, I know I went down a massive wormhole maybe about a month or two ago, and I'm still down there, and I want to get out, but I can't. I'm sorry.
They were not really speaking about that much. Like, really, they, like US, Ukraine is an incredible country, honestly. And I love US. Like, US give you so much opportunities, so much possibilities, so much varieties, like so much more than any other country probably. But like in some ways, Ukraine, even unfortunately with the scam, like it's like so much ahead. Even like with Spain, we live in Spain now, and we see that according to technologies, in some ways, like and like electronic stuff, Ukraine we're ahead. And
Mm.
so all these matchmakers, they're pretty conservative. I don't think that they use like any catalogs like in Ukraine 20 years ago, but pretty much so. They are very, very conservative. And there was very interesting matchmakers of celebrities. They work in Hollywood, from California, from Orange County, from San Diego. Very interesting where to speak with them and get to know them better. But I would, like, according to some ideas, like I would not change anything, because they were trying to convince me that it's wrong, that people like, of course, that the guys like dating multiple ladies, they have multiple options. And I was strongly trying to explain to them that it is not a bad place, like it's a good thing to do. But I understand their point of view. For them it's too much work. Either they set up one guy with one lady for a month or two or three, and that's it. The job is done. When I have to run around, okay, hey, like how many calls, how like this call, are you having tomorrow call? Ah, what about this girl? What about that girl? You know, like of course. And I understand that, yes, like I'm here with my family in New York, like who lives here. And my auntie said, like, I don't know how, like I know you so like 30 years, but like how you, like you always like you're on such a spirit, you know, you have this energy. And I think that if I lose this energy, I just like I need to just quit and do something else. I can't do it slow. I can't, like I need spice, you know, I need passion. And that's why I'm doing that. So I like they were trying to tell me that I'm wrong introducing guys to multiple options. That what I will like we will not change. I don't know what should happen, like if that we should change. And according to implementing something new in our job, not really, you know, I didn't got any like wow ideas. I mean, pricing, yes. I'm sorry, guys. So if you're thinking about doing that with us, do it now before I get back.
Inflation, cost of living. We got
No,
to
but
eat.
it's true. I mean, cost of living is much different where we live
Hey,
now.
I'll just say, Luba, it says Dave has just said, Dave? Oh, I know that is. Just tried to sign in on YouTube, but received a message saying the video is no longer available. I think we've shared the wrong link.
No, I sent it to the guys now, and I joined it. It's okay. I don't know. We would the problem. I don't know.
We don't know. Look, we're matchmakers. We're not
Yeah, we're not like
YouTubers. We're not
that guys.
vloggers. We're not whatever. We just, we go about our daily. Oh, I've had some really interesting things to say just then, but then I got distracted. Um, what were you talking about?
I was talking about implementing something new. Let me answer Semichka. Semichka is asking, I really loved visiting Poland. How similar is
Yeah.
to Ukraine? It is very similar. It is very similar. I met a lady. It was interesting at this event when I came for this round tables. Like I met some friends the night before, and so I said, "Who will come first? Like just take a table." And of course, unfortunately, I came first, even though I was a little bit late. But they came even later. So there was one girl, very pretty girl, like very pretty girl. I looked at her and I immediately understand that she's Slavic. Like it's just impressive. Like it's just impressive. And I said, "Ты говоришь по-русски? Do you speak Russian?" And she looked at me and she say, "Не." And I said, "Where are you from?" She said, "Poland." But she was like so pretty, like so pretty, and it's so obvious that she's like different. And so she was from Poland, and we were talking with her about like the ladies there and stuff. So yes, it is similar, but it's similar to western part, like Lviv, you know, in this part. In Odessa, Kiev, it is different. But I really want you guys to visit. It's really worth it.
A
So
lot of people talk now about how, because there's the mass exodus of Ukrainian women to to European countries, and a lot of them are in Poland. So that's so guys that are trying to find, um, Ukrainian chicks. It's like, okay, just go hang out in Poland, and you will meet them. I haven't met anyone that's actually gone and done that uh, at all, or even really heard about anybody doing that. I've heard people talking about that's what you should do,
mhm.
but I have never heard anybody say, okay, I went there and there was a bunch of Ukrainian women that were just loitering and I could grab their numbers. But it'd be interesting to hear some feedback on people that went there. I've heard good
Yeah.
things about go. Like I had back in New Zealand, I talked to some friends and also some friends of friends that said that they New Zealanders that went to Poland met Polish chicks, and they were like, I can't believe that we've been wasting our time with New Zealand girls after this, and that was Poland. So
But
wasn't Ukraine or Russia.
according to the look, ladies are very like pretty similar. You can tell that
Yeah,
they're Slavic.
but there's the look. But what were they talking about? So I don't know, because it was like, was it because it was years ago? Was it the look or was it the attitude? Because there's two different things, right? Just hot, like hot woman. Okay, okay, whoop this shit,
Well, it's
hot
a first
woman.
stage. It's a first stage, but according to mentality, yeah, about like opening door, take. You know, I was talking to one lady. And I was telling, and she said, like, what is the difference in dating, like, Ukrainian ladies? And I didn't want to offend anybody. I didn't want to say, you ladies, like, just like so strong and independent that the guys just don't want it. But she was saying, like, I don't remember her state, but she said, I'm from the South, and it's where it's still applicable, open the door and help with the chair and help with the coat. So, guys, if we have anybody from the South, I'm trying to think, like, Semichka, maybe you help me, or Arthur, like, or Dave, South, it's which states? It's here, right? No, it's here. South.
South's at the bottom.
Yes, it's at the
It
bottom. So
depends.
what is it, Texas? Like what she mean? Or she mean more like Southwest? I don't know. But anyway, she was saying that on the South it's still like it's still applicable, and she understand what I'm talking about exactly. But it was interesting that I meet several people who were speaking Russian, but all of them, one lady was born in Lviv and moved there like when she was born, like basically, and she just know the language. There was one lady who lived like she like speak Russian with accent already. She also lived like about 20 years, not living 27 years, another 21. So like Russian language, like I do believe that, if you guys learning that, even though I'm from Ukraine and you should know Ukrainian in the future, but the first step for now, probably better if it is Russian language because it's 62% similarity and you will easily learn and add to your vocabulary some Russian. But when I was in Spain, I was recording message to someone and Stryker said, do you have to do it? And because I recorded in Ukrainian and it sounds different for him a
It
bit.
sounds like she's drunk. This is what I like, because I never really heard Ukrainian before, but when I hear Luba speak it, I understand, when she speaks Russian and what it sounds like. But when she speaks Ukrainian, it's like, it's like if you were to record something and then play it backwards, like a record, and play it backwards. That's what Ukrainian sounds like to me.
It's the only language that I speak a bit slower. So I speak.
Maybe that's it, because you normally
Yeah,
speak
and you
really
like,
fast.
yeah, but like I speak fluent Ukrainian, and I respect person feelings. Like if the person wants to speak Ukrainian, like I will always respond Ukrainian. It's a very painful question at the moment, but I know that with the time it will be gone. So it's the lower south many states of the USA, so just Texas, but states from the Midwest. Down. Okay. So anyway, after the event, it was after party, and it was in a very cool place. I'm just telling like quickly about the event, where also all the matchmakers came. It was on the 52nd floor. It was incredible. People were a little bit more open to each other because they already know. A lot of people know each other for many, many years. And there were one guy, a client, he was like celebrity. I won't say names or anything. And like he was client of one of the agencies. What are you looking for?
Just keep talking. It's okay. Just gotta find the remote.
And he came, and it was interesting how they present the client, how they show like what he is doing, and he running a big cosmetic company. So there was they have like a lottery. They were giving everybody tickets, and it was cool. I won. I won one of the gifts. It was very unexpected, and I was keeping it quiet. It's my birthday, but one lady knew, and she started singing, and all 120 people were singing "Happy Birthday." I posted on Telegram as well, so it was pretty cool. And yeah, basically, the next event will be in Singapore, and then it will be in London. Also interesting. So they have 3 events a year. Interesting to visit as well. Like London market is interesting for us. Singapore, not so much, but that they holding that and they keeping the community running and very close. I think it's pretty cool. Okay. Maybe you have any questions? Like it's pretty difficult to do it when you sit yourself, at least when I have Stryker. It's a bit easier. So, guys, help me. What do you want to know? On Tuesday, I'm going to Texas, and on Wednesday, there is a wedding, as you may know, and I'm very excited. The guy's nervous. She's nervous from her side, messaging me. He's nervous from another side, and he wrote in English vow, right? Wedding vow, and he asked me to write it in Ukrainian. So I write it in Ukrainian. Then he say, "Can you please record it?" So I recorded super slow, and he recently sent me the recording, and it's a little bit messy. He said, "Can you record it like just normal speed?" But he's doing very well, and it's kind of like very cute that he's doing that. and I hope that by Wednesday we will practice with him a little more, and um, he will say the vote in Ukrainian. I think it's pretty cool. The lady is from Kiev. She speaks Russian with me. It's okay, but he decided that to say that in Ukrainian would be nice. So that is the plan number two, to attend the wedding and to celebrate it together. This is very, very important couple to me, very special couple to me. I love all of our couples. Not to all of them, me or Stryker, we have chance to attend. Like we have, thanks to you guys, a lot of invitations, but not all of them we can attend. But this particular one was it was the guy that because of him basically we started doing our tours, and I just looked a little bit out of the box on a hard rocket. So that's why for me attending that particular wedding is
He was
like,
our first client.
he's our like first client who were doing tour. Like I was doing tours before Hard Rocket, but like in this particular manner or this particular format, it was because of him. He inspired us, and so I had to go. And then something super interesting gonna happen. Like I can't. I'm trying to envision that. But sometimes it's happening to me that when I'm at the airport, like it happened at this event as well. Then people come to me and say, "Are you Luba? Luba, is it you?" Like, and it's usually like super aggressive way. That's it was very often. Remember, like at the airport we have it once, and then in the center it was more. But like when I'm in a different country, it's very stressful. So the guys like really like I appreciate, like if you find, like if you recognize me, just don't like scream at me because I'm scared. But anyway, so it's very nice. And it sometimes happen, and of course, like I appreciate when people watch the video and then come to talk. But here it's our guys with whom we work, or with whom we spoke, at least like all of the guys we at least once met on Zoom call, and there are going to be 14 people who traveling from all over US to come and
Mm.
meet. Like and I don't know, we announced it like several times, but there's like maybe another 3 or 4 guys who message and say, "Oh, like can we come?" But we already like booked it all. Like it was a bit exhausting, like to book the table, to find the place at Saturday pre-Easter time. And so I just have to say no, but I will be back. Like I will be back soon, and we can have it again. But like 14 people, really, like to
Yeah,
what?
Luba said this to me because I didn't realize. I knew that there was it was sort of growing. It was like 2 or 3, and then 4, and then I didn't really hear much of it. And then Luba said there was 12, and I kind of blurted out like I was like,
I was very
12.
pissed. I was very upset.
What? Why would 12 people come to see you? And it was just a reaction. And she was offended by that. And I said, look, I didn't mean why would they come to see you. I was just like what's you know, like, why would they come to see you? It was really, but I
Semichko.
wasn't saying it in like a bad way. I was saying it was like that, uh, I'm honored that guys from this channel would travel and like they're flying and they're driving for hours and hours and hours. Like I'm shocked that people would see, um, well, not, but people would want to go and do that. For me, it's just blew my mind that there's people out there that would want to do that, not in a bad way, but just in a way that humbled us. But Luba took it as like, oh hell, blah 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 blah.
I said, if you don't see the value to meet me, like you
And
don't.
then no, and then I said, no, I'm shocked,
No,
but in a
like
good way that so
exactly
many
how you
people
said
would want to
that.
drive across the Midwest to just come and hang out with you, you know?
He's
And
been,
then to be honest, I was actually pretty upset because I was thinking to myself, if it was me, nobody would come and see me. So
but can you guys say, because like there's Arthur, Semichka, David, why would you come to see me? Why would you come to visit mom of her rocket? Put it in comment.
why? That's an interesting question. You put them on the spot. Hey,
No, how
let's ask Chat GPT-4.
David, you can't do that to me. So what I was going to it's interesting how we
Yeah,
plan it.
see
So
Dave. See Dave's out. Sorry.
Dave will be punished.
Hey, look, I'll tell you what.
I spent hours and days and nights with you.
I'll do it.
David also,
I'll call you
David
on
also
Zoom.
very supportive. He's my sweetheart. Like he's always there for me. But we So we were planning to have this meetup, and I didn't know like exactly how to do it. Doug said, let's have it at home. I said, no, I can't do it for you. Like, I don't know how many people. Then we're trying to find place, and it's very difficult. Again, guys, I so much understand you now. I thought like what it is to book a place. It's like, it's peanuts. It's nothing, right? It's like so easy. Oh my God, this reservation, cancellation, pay attention,
Deposits.
taxation, like everything. It's like what? And I said, oh my God, can anybody help me? Like, I just can't do it. Then we have another guy from another state who was living in San Antonio for 15 years. He started calling different places. He said, Luba, I will help you, no problem. We will find you a good place. And so he can't do it. And I was like, I was shocked. And then we have one guy who I really want to see in person. And because I told him that, our first client looks really, really very much like him, and even that he admitted. And so he said, I probably won't be able to come because I'm going with my daughter to one event. And I'm like, which event you going? And I was like like a stalker a little bit, because like this guy don't know me that well. And I was like, where are you going? Where are you sitting? What are you doing? And he say, okay, okay, like we're going at this time at this place. And I said, but our event going to be in the evening, so you would be fine to join. And he said, okay, I will try my best. I will try my best to meet. Mm, yeah. So, and then I just said to one of the guys that would be there, I said, like, do you know this band? Like, is it even good? He said, yeah, it's fun. Like, let's go. I invite you. Let's go. And I was like, okay. And I said to other guy, I said, would you like to join? He said, yes. And then another guy, and the other guy say, I will bring two brothers. I said, okay. And then like, so it ended up like that. All of the guys who going to the meetup, all of them going to this concert first. And then we go to have, why are you leaving all the time, Stryker? You put me in a position. Ugh. But yeah, so we end up having all the guys going to the concert, Arthur, because of you. And then we're gonna have a meetup, so it's gonna be pretty cool. Let me read the comment. It's fun between them. Then online. So guys, like, if here's anybody who is coming to see, like, can you please convince Striker why why are you doing that? Why you're curious to see and talk to me in person? Okay. Okay. Who said that? Knoxville Dave here. Is it you, Dave? Uh, yeah. So what else? And after that, it will be on 8th, and then we're gonna do the egg hunting. And after the egg hunting, we will do something else. So if any guy would stay on 9th, we can maybe meet again. I'm not promising, I'm just saying. But then on Monday, I will fly home, and we'll start back our a lot of work that I just ask everybody to put on hold for 2 weeks to 3 weeks, and I will start my favorite job again. So that basically short overlook of my trip. Nothing exciting. I'm joking. Everything is exciting, everything about this trip. It's like it's such an adult trip. Like before, it was like some vacation, some shopping or something. Here is like work. And in New York, I also met like a bunch of our guys. It was individual meetings for different reasons. So I didn't really announce it because I already was packed with these meetings before that. And I even attended like a little bit like a lawyer conference there because one of our clients were there. And but basically, I want to spend time with my family as well, because here is my who is he for me? My cousin. And I really enjoy spending time here. Went to Manhattan, went see my friend Statue of Liberty, going tomorrow on a very high building, something 100 floors. So that's it. In California, this time I will not come, but I probably will be there in summer, in July. Striker didn't know about that yet.
Oh, that's fine. Just send me a text.
Send me a check.
I was actually going to ask a question there, because I know that someone asked about ChatGPT AI. I know that Arthur, he builds video games. What do you guys think about the future of relationships? This for me is fascinating, of how fast technology is going, and how we're interacting with it, and how things like ChatGPT and all these AI tools are taking over a lot of jobs. Like writing content, marketing, writing books, stories, all that sort of stuff. I was actually talking to my sister this morning, and a few years ago, or maybe like 10 years ago, we joked about writing a children's book. And we always thought about like it's the story of a cat that's trying to find something. It was kind of like a joke that we were talking about when we were drinking. And then when ChatGPT came out, I was thinking, sure, we could write that book now. We don't have to write it ourselves. And so it was like it's kind of taking um, the humanity out of things, right? And so how do you guys think that it would go into the future? Do you think that AI and the metaverse and technology is something that would be embraced by men looking for relationships? Do you think it's a good thing or do you think it's a bad thing? Go ahead.
All AI are only as good as the training. So for basic stuff that is easy to program into, the truly good stuff will still be out to reach.
Mm, mm. Well, yeah, this is the interesting part about it. Like so I said that like Match.com and one other company, I forget who it is, are building like these online spaces where you can go into these spaces. Like you can create an avatar basically, like I don't know, like your ideal self. Like you could be 6'4", you could be built like a brick shit house, and you could go in there and you could be someone that you're not. You could be whoever you want. I know that there was other, what was it called? It was years ago, maybe 10 years ago. There was like you could go into like a 3D space and be anything that you wanted to be. And so, do you think that being able to go into the metaverse and date would be something? What are you guys' thoughts, Arthur? Yeah, see, Dave's saying here like the fake profile, the what I see now on Instagram is so. I actually want to do a video about this actually on Instagram. How the the filters that they're doing now are like they're like generated by AI. Like back in the day, the filters were, if you put your hand in front of your face, the filter would glitch out. Now that the AI is so good, you can go like this and it can still produce like a really beautiful version of your own self. And so it's kind of on a tangent, I suppose, but it's what we're talking about now. But do you think that AI and creating fake personas of yourself online would lead to people in real life feeling depressed because they don't look like their own online versions? Good. I'm glad you guys think the same as well. But I think it's a problem. I've been thinking about a lot about it lately. Like I tell you, I'm this far from becoming artificially generated myself.
Yeah, he messaged me now using the chat GPT. Stryker, you know what is the problem? I think why we don't have much people, because like on our channel, like there is no link to the live video. I don't know what you did this time, but there is nobody, like it's only people from Telegram, because here is no live stream. So
You know what happened? You know what I think I did?
I don't know, but it's pretty sad for you.
Hang on, for me, it's
No,
actually been
because
quite
it's
good.
like 3 o'clock for you. I feel sorry.
Mm, ah, Luba, you know what I did?
Yeah, no.
I used the wrong link. So the video that was supposed to be up still says unlisted. So, but that's fine. Like, it's not about quantity; it's about quality.
It's about quality, but you are
No, actually,
sleeping.
I don't know. I don't know why it's done that. I just made that up. Um,
Okay, anyway.
no, 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 it's going. It's like it's there. It's just frozen for some reason.
Okay.
But the chat's working. It's actually frozen.
You didn't get what I said.
No, no, it's working. The
Okay.
link that I put on YouTube is well, I don't actually put it on YouTube. I just use the software that does it for me.
Providing intimacy to a lonely man with a robot. Yeah, it's the reality.
What? Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay. What else are we talking about?
Then moved on another video. Yeah, there's an issue because it's impossible that we have only 11 people. It doesn't matter. Like it's all our friends. It's even better. But there's definitely an issue with this video because Like we never had 11 people before. Guys, I
I'm
prefer.
happy with it because it's less pressure on me to say things that are interesting.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Maybe something went wrong. I don't know. Look, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, Luba. I haven't slept in like 3 days.
You miss me. That's why. It's
Listen,
okay.
A
Um,
few moments later.
you know how long I've been like when you're telling your
yeah, I
stories
just
about
wanted to say, like, you were so long wait for this.
I had to, my one hand was going like this and the other one was going, don't push it. When you were telling stories.
Okay.
Are you joking? Or like, what? Are you playing with the new PlayStation? Did I learn anything? Incorporate your business. Yeah, I definitely was very interested about the psychologist and his flow of thinking. So I think that he is brave enough. You know, he's not a young psychologist who try to be good to everybody, who try to like to how to say, not satisfy everybody, but just try to be like,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
is it you or me? Somebody came to me at 10 o'clock. Santa. Um, somebody ringing the bell. But anyway, so but he's adult enough, like he's mature enough to say what he really thinks without giving a she word, to what like other things. Because I'm telling you, like the reaction that the girls were having, it was like, well, I'm not agree, like you don't know what I mean, why I have to agree with him, why have I do this, like why do I need to tell him that I don't, like if I do, and so he was saying, okay, you can live in conflict all the time, you can make your man feel like a shit, but who will benefit at this at the end of the days. So interview with psychologist, yeah, sounds like a great video. I also agree, and I think that really his view were very, very similar to mine. What else did I learn? I think that I wrote there a bunch of topics for our future videos that would be interesting to watch. And
Luba, I know what I did wrong.
it's okay. We can't even save it, Striker, because like
No,
now,
wait,
of course.
wait. Everybody will join now. Okay.
And what, like these 11 poor people will have to leave and do not listen to us again?
Well, I'm not actually too sure, but I just checked the channel and it says unlisted. And so,
Yeah, there was no video.
which means only people with the link can come and see us.
That's
So
why. Saying to you this, my dear.
just wait a second. I've just made it so it's not
So,
unlisted.
guys, if you don't want to listen to this information second time,
Yeah, what
just
we're going to do is we're going to start again. No, we're not, are we? We're not going to fucking do that at all. Hang on, let me see.
yeah, I also see that it was popped up. Oh, striker. Okay, guys, if you're joining us right now, okay, yes, now people are joining. So we should
Are they? Okay, we just fill you in on what's happening. Okay,
24
so
hours live stream. No, we are not one of that channels.
can you see if it says unlisted or if it says, what does it say?
I
Like
don't know. I just know that
public or
people are
unlisted?
joining that, so that's all I care about. Guys. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. It's been an hour how since we started. So if you want to know what we've been, we're kind of finishing right.
We fucked it up. Okay, we made a mess. Okay,
We,
so one of
we,
us,
me and
between either Luba or myself, I don't want to go into details. It's not important who messed this up. But one of us, when we put the live video up, one of us put it unlisted, so only the people that were our friends that we messaged could watch us.
yeah,
And
and I
I
will
just
tell you, like,
Luba. Hang on, I just want to say,
I would just
Luba thought no one was here because they weren't interested in his story, but of course they're interested in his story. So we're gonna have to go through it again. Arthur, Dave, Sammy, you guys are gonna have to listen to it again. Let's go. Oh yeah, look, see now
just
there's
got
more people.
I just got a message from our, I would say, competitor, but it's interesting. It's like it, and she say she's somewhere, and she just sent me a photo and say he's everywhere.
What does it
So it's
say?
a bar
Hold it in
called
front of the camera.
Striker.
You can't see it. No. Oh, Striker. Yeah, it's my house. Is it my house? Again? Okay,
Yeah,
Luba, look, like there's more people in the room now. We really we, guys, it's 3 a.m. it's actually 4 a.m. in the morning now in Spain. So one of us made a mistake. We don't want to point fingers.
Yeah, but I will just give you a little hint.
A
I know.
few moments later.
I don't even know what to do. Like, guys, good evening to everyone who is joining us now. We just had a 1 hour live stream where nobody can see us. And I already said everything that I were doing in US and the
You guys
conference.
should have seen. You should have heard what she said. You'll never hear this ever again. It was incredible.
Yeah, so just go back, like when the video is finished, like just go back and watch it if you're curious.
I don't even know what to do at this point here. Well,
I don't know, you
I can say this with a lot of conviction that we suck at podcasts. The big sign on the wall there, the nice lighting, my shirt, it doesn't mean anything if the video is on unlisted. You understand? It
I
has
don't
to
know.
be on public,
I
otherwise
really
people.
wanna cry. I want to close my computer. I'm disappointed.
Well, let's not despair, okay? What do you guys want to hear? Okay, who's in the comments? What do you guys want to hear?
Phone is
Let's
home.
ask. Let's do this, okay? It's their time now, okay? You've had your time. You've had your time. It's their time now. Okay. What do you guys want to talk about?
Whose
We
time
actually
is
had very interesting conversations about AI, ChatGPT, the future of matchmaking. Luba talked about she went to a floor of a building. Oh, what floor was it? 50th floor of a building? You missed all that stuff. You missed the good stuff. And what else did we talk about? We talked about. I don't see the point in talking about what we talked about.
I don't know.
Luba's disheartened.
I just like if you would be next to me.
Well, I'm not. I'm in Spain where it's quiet, warm. So okay, so we can't finish it now because people have joined, and in their mind, it's just started. Well, let's talk about something.
Okay, Zoom parties. Let's discuss Zoom parties because, like, really, I really want to be focused on Zoom parties a lot because I don't think that I mean, we of course getting results from the matchmaking, but this, like the Zoom parties that we had last year, the result of it is just unbelievable. And so one of the proposal happened. It's the couple from the Zoom party. One of the meeting
Well,
that
tell you a story about the recent proposal while you're at the Matchmakers Association.
happened.
Well, we have to say, like, Luba went to the not Matchmakers Association, the Matchmakers Conference in New York City. That's where she's been for the last week. She met a bunch of matchmakers from New York. And while she was there, one of our clients actually proposed. And that was quite interesting, wasn't it?
Yes.
So, yeah. And they met at one of our Zoom parties. Yes?
Yeah.
So that's all we have to report, pretty much.
Right here. It's horrible. Guys, if you're joining us right now, yes, if you're joining, it's okay. It's no point to say all that. If you're joining us right now, please just watch this video after we press the.
I don't know if they can see it.
What do you mean they can see it?
They can see it. Okay, they can see it.
Yeah. So we planning to have Zoom parties. We actually planning to have a Zoom party. Are you laughing? Yes, my dear. It's funny for you. You think it's funny?
It's 4 a.m. in the morning. There is not much that's funny for me.
That's not much. You see, like guys are supporting Zoom parties. Yeah, Zoom parties are incredible, and we have like some modification, like improvement for the future, but maybe it would be like in a half a year. But so far, I think that Zoom party is giving a wonderful result where people can meet. And like for example, Arthur like attended one, and like it's not necessarily that you would have like 100% match, because we're not doing that. We're not doing it like it's nice when people are matched there, but it's just like to get to know people, to just understand the different culture, to understand that, like to ask questions, because the way I do it right now, it's a bit different than in the beginning when I was introducing person and I was asking the question. Now we try to kind of like match them during the talk, so for example, like Peter is sitting there and there's Olga. I say, Olga, ask a question for Peter, or Peter, ask a question for Natalie. And so we try to keep everybody like interacting during the Zoom party, and I think it's pretty cool. I really do love them. So we're planning to have another one for younger guys. I think at the beginning, at the end of April, beginning of May.
So we have one. We have one coming up soon, right? It's the younger guys one. We had the older guys one, not older guys, but not old guys, but older guys.
So
Last week
how we do that,
or
like
two
here's
weeks.
Dave asking, here's the Zoom party is your demographics changing? Will there be one for my age, 66, 63? So basically, at the moment, what we do, we have like this particular one that we just had, it was guys from 47 to I think 55 or 57 was the oldest. So we do it like this demographic, like before 40 and after 40. But it depends. It depends on the amount of clients that we have. And I heard about one company who's doing like 30 guys and like a lot. Like I can't imagine this event. Like 2 hours is pretty much enough, and like they doing it for 4 or 5 hours. I can't imagine that you would be interested in sitting 5 hours and just listening to somebody. I don't know, where would you find this time and what time should it be? So we're doing it more short, more compact, and it's pretty good.
I think because I always watch them. I think 1.5 hours is the right time. After 1.5 hours, people kind of sort of zone out a little bit, or they sort of it's like they need a break or something. But you can't have a break, obviously. But I think 1.5 to 2 hours is 2 hours maximum.
Yeah. Так, we are able to influence any other companies rate more on the up and up. I don't understand this question. What Patrick is asking.
Where is it? Oh, what have I done? We well, this is something that Lou and I have talked about a little bit, right? Which is, I think you're talking about going to the Matchmakers Conference, but what I was saying before was that most matchmaking companies are owned by females, and so if a client, if a guy ever came to them and said, I want to find a woman, I've heard about Eastern European woman from Ukraine. What do you think about that? A Western woman's going to say, no, shit, no, they're shit, they're rubbish, they're this, they're that, they're scammers, they're low hanging fruit. They're never going to say, oh yeah, they're better than us. So you can't really influence them, right? So they have their thoughts, and so they're going to stick to that. We think differently. I think differently because I'm a Western man. I think the majority of Western men, it's funny. I said to Luba, I said, if any of these, Western matchmaking agency owners had a client, I would say, give the guy 10 minutes with them and 10 minutes with me, and he'll be our client every single time. And I'll just talk about, Ukrainian women and how different it is. But the thing is that most guys don't really get it. Most guys don't understand. Well, not that they don't get it. They get it, but they don't understand it. So they've never discovered it. They've never seen it. They've never heard about it. And so they just think, okay, I need a woman that's, from the West. And that's the way it is. And so matchmakers in the West are never going to send their clients to another country. It just wouldn't make economic sense for them at all.
We can't hear you, Striker. Move to the microphone. Okay, so
You realize I was talking for about 10 minutes then.
I just decided not to bother you as soon as it is a complete fuck up. What's the
A
point?
few moments later.
Okay, so but we heard you. It's just the last moment that you moved. So somebody was asking where the ladies are. They in Poland and Spain? No, the ladies are everywhere. A lot of ladies in Poland, a lot of ladies in Germany. That is for sure. And then the rest of the world as well. Так, influence any other company. Так, okay. Yes, Stephen, thank you so much for joining. You missed a lot, but not that much. Dave, RV channel, if I pay 5,000, I would like to see some pictures. Of course, you see, like
But who are you paying? Who are you paying
we're
5,000
paying
to?
5,000. We don't have this price.
Yes.
Who you want to pay before you pay
You
them?
want a 1 hour coaching call?
Uh, No, yeah, we like what we have, like, yes, Stryker has a video where he show like some of the ladies, but what we do, like most of the guys, it's interesting, but they trust us enough to just join, and then like it's very, very rare. And we at the beginning we thought, oh, like how can we do it? What should we do? So during the coaching call, we can share database where we do the search for the ladies for your age, what you like, for example, the guy is like 50 and he's looking for the lady from 30 to 40, so I put the research like 30 to 40,
Hmm.
English, children, no children, and so we show him like 5, 10 pages of these ladies. I just like slowly scroll them, so we don't like, you will never be disappointed with us, because like if you have a lady, I mean, if you want to see the ladies before you join, you can do it during the coaching call. Most of the guys don't do it because they trust we have 1,500 girls, so of course there would be ladies that you would be interested in. So you just need to just join and see the ladies later. But we never do the blind dates, even though I really want to. Like I really want to. Each package I want to add one or two, because we have at least five, I think, couples that I created because I just said, you going to meet this person. You understand me? The guy were like, okay. Some guys were saying, oh, Luba is pushy, but it is working out. Even Doug and Elena, like the reason that they're
The
waiting,
wedding. This is the wedding.
say it again.
The wedding on Wednesday is
Waiting
on.
on Wednesday, yeah, that I'm coming. Like they met because I match the photos. I
Luba
said,
was pushed.
oh, she has a dog. And I said, oh, Elena, you have a dog? And she said, no. I said, but your profile picture, you have a dog. And she said, it's a dog I pick up at the park for the photo. But anyway, it's a long story. So yeah, like the guys, I don't think that, the blind matchmaking is the deal, especially when the person like, I mean, want to see the lady. I mean, if the guy tell me like, Luba, I trust your judge, like I wish the guys would tell that. It would be pretty cool, but I didn't get to this level of expertise probably where the guy would say, I trust you, just match me with a good woman. Then I would probably do it. I would probably do it, but people usually want to see. I understand.
I think that a company can only do blind matchmaking if it's a female matchmaking agency owner, right? Because I think that mm, she she's going to match based on like some ideology, whereas like they share the same interests, but she doesn't understand the power of a man's desire for a beautiful woman, or even a beautiful woman who is younger. I don't think she's going to understand that the same way that I would understand it, or the same way that Luba would understand it. So I think that's why some of them can do blind dating, because it's kind of like same old Cleo magazine style dating. It's like your hearts will touch and you'll see some sparks and you'll be sitting underneath a full moon on the beach or something like that. Whereas that doesn't really happen at all. There is. I mean, I'm not saying that romance doesn't exist. I think it definitely does, but I don't think they understand the power of a beautiful woman the way that say I would.
Uh, Interesting. Oi, oh no.
1 second, I'm still here. You'll still be able to hear me? Yes.
Phew. Answering question of international health coach. What happened? What method you use to build your database? How long is in business? How many marriages? You obviously pretty new to us, and we don't have many videos just yet. It's only 365 videos on our YouTube channel. So, like if you watch some of them, you will understand a little bit about our expertise. I'm in the business for 14 years, Stryker for about 4, and we we never actually counted how many marriages do we have, because like for us, the success of our job is not counting in successful couples, like even though of course it's very nice, but we always say that marriage is your success. So it's not like we gave you the rod and reel, we put you in the right pond, but you catch this fish and you went with this fish home. So that's why we never, like, it's actually bad. I think that we should, because my phone is like full of pictures of weddings and couples and engagements, but we never counted that. But for us, the most important is to build relationship between our client, female and male, on a mutual understanding, I think, right? So we
Well, can I chime in here? What I want to say is that when I decided to go and do this, after seeing a lovely documentary and then going to Dream Connections, the way that they get clients, well, not just them, but the whole industry, I shouldn't say just them, is by showing photos or videos of so-called successful clients. But then you find out later on that these aren't even successful clients. These are people that were just dating, or maybe they were going to get married, but they didn't. But because the process is so fast and the pressure is on, the engagement can happen in just a few weeks, right? And we even see that with our clients as well, right? And so it's this false perception that it's really, really easy. Everybody wins a prize. It's an 80% success rate. And so what happens when you go ahead and you believe all of those things, because those things are in place not to make you feel better in the future, not to help you, not to give you any sort of advantage at all. It's just to make you pay money, right? And they all do this, right? And it's like, I've seen it. And so by talking about their success rates, they're trying to make it sound like you have a better chance than someone else. But how can you say that, right? Because you are different from everyone else. You are different from the guy that got married on the first day or the first week or whatever bullshit they want to sell you. And so this is why it was so fucking wrong, because these companies were saying that there was, not saying any names, 80% success rate, right? Which makes it sound like, most people are going to go home with a prize, right? But it's only now, after going through that, like I knew nothing back then. Like I was just like a pleb walking through life. But understanding now, and especially now, like, working in this industry and having this company and dealing with so many different guys, not just clients, but coaching calls and just random people that you meet along the way, you understand that there's some things that can't be controlled, right? So you can't say that this person hasn't, you can't point at someone and say they have an 80% chance of making it work. Like we've had clients where it's like, this guy has 100% chance. But later on, you found out, actually, there's some problems there. And it's like, he needs to work on himself and all those sorts of things. Like, why would we use him as an example, right? And there's other examples where the guy we're thinking, like, he's going to have to do, and then bang, he smashes it like on the first or second meeting. Like, how can we correlate his experience with you? You're a completely different person. And not only are you a different person, but the woman that he met is a completely different person than the woman that you're going to meet. And this is the thing that really pissed me off with these companies. Well, I can't say pissed me off, but it was only when I learned about it and companies kept on doing it that it pisses me off, because I see these guys going, oh, well, these companies are the best ones because they've got photos of weddings and blah, 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 and all this sort of stuff. And they use it as marketing to entice guys to come to them, right? We don't know what happens behind the scenes. We don't know if these are happy couples. I mean, my goodness, one of the biggest companies that like smashed it, that revived this industry, wasn't even with his wife the whole fucking, like, for the last like few years. It was just a big charade, right? And maybe that happens with other agency owners that's happening at the moment. We don't know what's happening behind the scenes, you see? But we look at other people and look at them and think, they say that it should work, or they're giving me some odds it's going to work, or, you can be like me because I have a young, beautiful wife, or whatever. But we don't know what's happening behind the scenes, right? And so that's why we don't talk about success rates, because it has absolutely nothing to do with you whatsoever at any point in your life at all, right? Because we don't know what's going to happen to that couple in the future. We don't know who you are. We don't know what woman you are going to meet. And that's why we say that, like, success rates are absolutely garbage. You are your own success rate. And we've said this for a long time. And it's that if we're going to look at your success with a woman and how well you managed to court her, and you were suave and you smashed it and she fell in love with you straight away, that wasn't us. Like, how can we take credit for that? It's fucking ridiculous, right? To say that's because of us. No, it's because of him. He was the one that did it. Same goes if you go on a date and you completely mess it up and you do everything completely wrong because you got no idea whatsoever. Well, I'm not taking responsibility for that. I'm not taking responsibility if he turned up and he had ketchup on his shirt. It's not me. So if it's your success, it's your success. You own your success and it's yours. We're not going to take credit for your failure or for your success. And this is very, very important to us, because otherwise it fuels the rubbish that is out there that's going on all the frigging time.
And also, I want to say that, we used to have this question before, like, when will I get married? So when should I propose? How soon the lady is coming to US? I mean, we can give you like some generic information, but
but we won't. Or we will. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but like what is interesting is the guy who is commenting here the most. Yes, he's saying, "What is with my hair?" Sorry. So he's saying like I've been watching every single hard target YouTube video before signing up. This message has been consistent for over 4 years and matched exactly with my experience from past relationship. So I mean, dear, everybody will know apparently that it is you got engaged. So this guy, yes, yeah, he maybe I mean, not maybe, he watched all of our videos, and we actually have one more guy before that. It was on a tour long time ago. So he absolutely, like, he learned our course, like he literally watched it like 4 or 5 times, and
Yeah.
he was like, he was crazy, like he was driving me
You knew it
nuts.
better than us.
He was better than us, and he was saying like, hey, like, Luba, I on a course, and say like, Georgica doesn't necessarily needs to be exactly like that in real life. And he's like, but Stryker said, but this, and I'm like, oh my god, like
Oh,
I wrote
me.
it, like, I'm a mother of this thing, but like I can't, like, there's some exceptions that not everything is like that, not, and I have to explain that. But because he did it, because he listened to that, not just skip it, not just like look somewhere else, like he did it, he watched it, like he ended up marrying and his wife now in US with a green card, and everything is there, like everything is good. Like it was very difficult because they got married in Ukraine, then the war started, and she just not too long ago get there, but as a wife, so it's incredible. And now David, yes, also about the success rate, yes, I would love to say yes, it's our success couple, it's our success rate, but what we are, like who we are in this part, like it's because of him, it's because of his charisma, his sense of humor, his ability, flexibility, whatever you want to call it. It's because of him. Like yes, I can yay at the matchmaking conference that we have a couple, but it is on him and her, it's their success that I'm very happy that I was part of that and I introduced them, and etc. But it is his success rate. We have a couple that messaging me almost every day. The guy, it was the time when the hard circuit was not doing the tours, but we were giving the guys agencies. And so this guy came to Kiev on his own, and he was like, just went to some scam agency. What he was doing, I don't know. And then I said, like, please just go to this little city, just go there, like just go there without because he didn't have much time, and he needed some city that would be not too far from Kiev, but not Kiev anyway. So yes, I gave them this impulse, I pushed him, I dropped him into the water, uh, but it's his success, that he met a lady and they end up marrying, and she live now in US. Like it is completely their success. So that's why we know what we're doing. We have people who following us, and I think that you understand that all of this experience that we have, I mean, all of these videos that we making according to our experience, there, it's not just like you can't made it up. Like even if we would use ChatGPT, like you cannot made up all of these stories. Like all of that is real stories, real problems, real challenges, real everything is real. So I think that all these videos and our expertise are talking for ourselves. I hope that Stryker didn't go home and didn't go to bed. Stryker, because it's already 4:30 for him. That is cool. Guys, I think that most of the thing we said in the first part of the video. Dear, can you be so kind and tell me where you're going all the time? If it is not too private.
Well, that one was because I went to the bathroom.
Okay, thank you so much. You shouldn't tell. But anyway, I just said to the guys that, confirm your words about success, and also said that they should watch first part of the video if they want to know what it was about. And I think that we should kind of close it up because it's pretty late. The course is good. I modified some things and I was open to try what was suggested. I've been talking with a woman for almost 5 months, and in 2 weeks we met in Poland. Oh, Jason, like I'm so excited about this. I know the whole story. And we always here for you guys to explain you stuff, to show you what is the difference, to point at some of your mistakes. And sometimes I'm making fun, like when we have like a coaching or something, and I'm like, okay, now I'm going to no somebody, but it's not like, we try to, and Stryker say like, Luba, you have to be softer sometimes. Me, softer, I'm the softest. But he say like, just say something good. We're not trying to say that you're bad. We just want you to become a better person. We want you to be more confident. We want you to make less mistake, because we were talking with Stryker about one thing that maybe you guys will explain me something. So it's about gifts and flowers and like bunch of different stuff. And I told Stryker, I said, Stryker, how this guy could do this? Like how this guy could not bring at least something for the person that he meet for the first time. You know, in Ukraine, it's even like for friends. You know, when you meet, you bring something. You bring something. Or if you travel, you bring something to your friend. Or if you meet for the first time person that you wanted to see, like you bring some gift. It's customer, like it's in our culture. And Striker, and they say like how this guy can may not do that. And Striker told me, Luba, it's not a customer, right? Like people in the West don't do it. In Australia, New Zealand, United States, they don't do it. And I said, okay, I understand it. It's very, like, I understand it. It's very difficult to explain to Ukrainian woman. It's almost impossible because for her, it means that you're not a gentleman. And it's not that she's materialistic and she's looking for the gifts. No, but for her, it's attention. Like, I remember, like, you know, my parents always taught me, like, if I go to the guests, I don't know again how it is on the West. Tell me, like if I go to the guests, even if it is like my neighbors, I need to bring something. I need to bring some food or some wine. It's always like that. I don't know how it is different, like how different it can be. Like you always need to bring something. And strikers say it's not customary. People don't do it. And I want to say here one thing. It's okay, but if you date on the West, right? Like if you date in Australia, in New Zealand, whatever, you don't do it. But as soon as you want to come to Ukraine or Eastern Europe and you want to date lady there, then you need to adjust yourself to this culture. Like if you don't want to do it, then just better to stay in your culture and do whatever you know. But if you're coming to this culture, then you need to adjust. It's the same like if you go, I don't know, to the church, you know, you can't dress mini. You understand it, right? If you want to dress mini, like mini skirt or something, I'm just like making it up. I'm super tired. But like if you want, like you dress mini skirt and you just don't like you just don't go to the church, right? Or if you want to go to church, you try to adjust yourself. Like it's the best example that I can.
Yeah, I'll just say here, this is what the conversation was that we were having. It's that it's like because Luba can get quite flustered about it. She's like, oh, why
Luba,
don't
can
they
you mute? We can't hear you, Striker. Stop moving.
get quite flustered about it? You can hear me now?
Yes, but just stop moving.
It's easier said than done. So they don't really understand why you don't bring gifts. And I'm with you guys on this one. Like we don't do it in the West, but their culture they do it. And I even like when I go on vacation and I'm like, it's the last day. I've been there for 7 days. I've been having a good time. I've been traveling. And on the last day, I'm like, oh shit, that's right. I got to get Luba a gift because she's going to expect one. So then I have to run around and I have to buy something.
What
Oh,
do you mean
she's.
I would expect? No, but it's also wrong attitude.
I forgot that you were
It's
here.
also wrong attitude. No, you should want. You should want.
Oh look, I've walked around. Luba's the worst person to buy gifts for. No matter what you buy. Luba, tell him about the tea. I bought you that beautiful tea, that beautiful bag of
You
tea
shut up.
from Thailand. Where's the bag of tea now?
It was horrible.
Well, that's not the point. It was just like I thought about it for like 7 days, and then I bought you a bag of tea, and then I give it to you, and you're like, oh. I'm like, oh, you don't like it? And you said, I said, this is a very popular tea in East Asia, and you said, oh, okay, I'll just put it here in the office cupboard.
But that
Okay,
was
for
fun.
what? Who's going to drink it out of the office cup? So that's when I knew that I'd bought the wrong gift. But it's not. This is what I'm saying. It doesn't matter about your tea. Okay, it doesn't matter if your tea sucks. It's the thought. It's the fact that you went and bought some shitty
But I don't
tea.
want you to think that you have to give me a gift. I want the man to want to give his woman a gift
I
or his.
wanted to give you a gift.
No, you were saying you just said that I have to give her a gift, and
I
she's
have to give one
yeah, you have to,
because
of
I
course.
want to give one.
You don't want to give one.
No, I want to give one because I have to give one.
No, I mean we can discuss that for a long time, and you know
And
people
we
can
already
be.
have.
Eh, huh?
A few moments later.
I love you, but not really. But you know what I mean? Like, no, 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 try to understand this way. I don't want you to do something because it's a must. I don't want you to do it because like it's a mandatory or obligatory like to do it. It's not about that. It's you have to give it because you want it. And this is our like I give to my neighbor not because I have like otherwise I will not go because I want it. So I built myself this way. And yes, of course, sometimes gifts are not very like very exactly what
It
the
was a
other
very
person.
special tea that took me a long time to find when I was
Striker,
in Thailand.
like guys, I'm not that bad,
The
honestly,
the
but I
the
love
the,
tea.
the people
I
of
love
Thailand
tea.
told me that it was special tea, and it smelled good. And I even it wasn't just tea that I bought; it was oil, like some
Striker, do you want to
oil.
talk about this like smelly stuff that you gave? Like,
Oh,
don't
here we
even
go.
start.
Here we go. Tell us how you feel.
I
Tell us how
felt,
you feel.
but I told you like I was worse, but now I'm very appreciative. I'm very appreciative of like, is the video about how Luba received the gifts? Do you want guys never give me gifts again or what? Do you want to scare them all?
Well, they won't buy you Thailand tea, will they?
That with Russian like sini chai. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but everyone in Thailand is Russian. It's the only place they can actually go to really is Thailand or Turkey, I think. So yeah, they do that. Anyway,
I didn't throw away the tea. I left it at the office. So it's not the same, right? So I made him drink it. Yes, what I did,
I didn't drink it.
I made
When
him
when I
drink.
when I when I bought it, I said, "Is it nice?" And the lady goes, and I said, "Really? It's for my friend." She says, "Hmm, it's okay." I said, "She's Ukrainian," and she said, "Da, конечно." And then she said, "It'll be fine." So she was like, I actually bought it from a Russian-speaking woman.
Yeah.
Sorry, I shouldn't have told you that. I said too
Yeah,
much.
but then I give it to him, and then he put like three spoons of sugar, 2 spoons of honey, and it still didn't help. So
One
if
sock.
one vodka, well, with vodka it helped a little bit. After you see how excited the ladies get when they receive flowers or a small gift, and the affection they show you, you will want to give them gift. You understand? Dave went and did it. He knows exactly. Dave is our new ambassador of Heart Rocket. Like he doesn't know about that yet, but I just announced that. Like when
We'll
we
get
will
your
have
business cards. Don't worry.
yeah, we will give you a business card. Striker is very good at that. But when he will come and meet up, I think that he will get more questions than I do. He's just a perfect example. Did he fuck up in something? Dave, did you fucked up in something? Yes, he did. Maybe I don't know.
We
Maybe he
let him
does.
answer. You just answered for him.
No, but it's long time while he will type. I just know the
There's a
answer.
there's a delay. There's a delay of 6 months.
The way they have been westernized in just 3 days. I'm not westernized. I can open the door by myself. I actually it was funny. I was in the subway. I was waiting until the guy will open the door for me. He was like looking at me like, cuckoo.
Can I just point out here that the doors on the subway open by themselves?
It's what I thought. They was like, keep
Someone's
opening, but
gonna
I
be
was
like,
watching this guy.
just open it.
No. You know, people in America is like super friendly. Like I really do enjoy that. Even like policemen, like it's not in Ukraine, like you want to like if you see police, like you just need to run away. Here, like I was paying for the subway with my phone and then I left and then I realized that I need to actually like it's a mess on the weekend, but I need to go back. And so I was thinking in Ukraine, like they would just say, "Yo, just get lost." I said, "I'm sorry, like I just paid, and so but I left it. So can I go again?" They said, "Of course, no problem, sweetie." I'm like, "Oh, thank you. I will go." So it was very nice.
Did he, instead of calling you sweetie, I reckon he would have called you a tootsie.
Tootsie.
Sure, a tootsie.
Do Ukrainian girls smile when they meet the guy for the first time? It depends on the guy,
And it also depends on her.
but she will definitely pay attention at your shoes. I'm just telling. That being said,
Well, okay, rule number one,
shoes and
wear
smell.
shoes. Make sure you're wearing shoes. Rule number two, make sure the shoes are matching. This
And
is
your socks
rule
are
number.
and your socks are clean and your socks are clean and no holes. And like my grandmother was always saying, Lubachka, you need to wear always like matching underwear just in case. I don't know why she was giving me this advice and what in case she mean, but
Sounds like she likes to party.
she's a very good woman. But
Hang on, I just want to say my rule three of shoes. It's very important.
okay.
So rule one, wear shoes. Rule two, make sure the shoes are matching. Rule three, make sure you didn't put on two when you bought the shoes, you didn't buy two left shoes.
I
Understand?
don't know, it's like you're trying to be smart as, but just like
Well,
shoes,
I'm
just
just saying because you'd have to walk like one foot would be curved this way, so you'd have to try and unnaturally curve it the other way, so no one noticed.
but I like to go with the dirty. It's like here in Serbia, don't smile unless they hear me speak. Like shoes and smell. Like the ladies adore when her man smell cologne. Like this is something that drive her crazy, that make her like want you. They make you want to be closer to you, to smell you, to sniff you. Like that is the key. Like, and it's like not so difficult. Just buy good, not from Walmart, not from Target. Just go to the cologne shop and buy some Savage, Dior, I don't know, something good for $100 that will last you for 5 years, because the guy usually like the girl is looking
You
at
could, if you want, you could buy one. You could like water it down a little bit so you can get like 2 or 3 years out of it.
if you're born with two left feet, I think that before you start dating, you need to fix it a little bit. Like if just like some fingers, I think you need to just like,
You have to buy
and
two
then
left shoes, don't you?
left shoes, yeah. But you need to file, yeah. Uh, but it's important, guys. And
Two left.
and I don't know,
Hang on,
like
hang on,
maybe
hang on, a little bit. 1 second. Can we just go back to the two left feet? On what side of the ankle is the joint? Is the ankle joint? Is it just the foot that's curved, or is the whole foot like reversed, like a mirror image? Anyway, that's my.
so you can message this guy directly. Like I don't think that everybody else is
Well, let's
interested.
let's create a group.
Left feet,
Well, I'm just
left
like
feet
like is the
left,
foot just curved like that, or is the ankle joint on the other side as well?
yeah. We were. I remember the
4 in the
shoes that
morning.
I was discussing with you. Yeah, I went to one shop today, and I'm really shocked by American prices. Like the shoes that they were selling there, like super crazy, dirty shoes, kind of cost $600, and it was impressive. Um, Sounds like a job. We were providing the not designer, like stylist for the guys, and we can always advise. Guys, if you're serious about doing that, if you're serious about matching, like be matched with the Eastern European woman, that is there's some work to do. But the pleasure of that, I think, it's much more. So I don't know. I know that you're tired. Maybe you're already not tired, but I'm getting super tired, and
I'm up now. It's the time to get up, only almost.
we should finish. We should finish. Guys, thank you so much for watching. And it's again hour and 40 minutes. Even when we start Sarkis, it will be 20 minutes. Don't worry.
Even though 1 hour was on unlisted.
1 hour and unlisted. Yeah. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I like if you have any questions, or what is banter? What is banter?
Like talking between, like kind of like shit talking.
Shit talking.
Pretty much what we do like 90% of our lives. Okay.
Okay, banter. I need to write this word. But anyway, I will be happy to see you guys in Texas. I will be happy to hear from you on our Telegram.
And we've actually got
And
another live video tomorrow night, exact same time. So.
no, we don't. Uh, yeah, playful talk. Oh, it's very playful. Um, we are so playful with
And
each other.
very, very playful.
We very like it. Well, you should see us.
But
But anyway, yeah.
A few moments later.
There's a bottom. Like when I'm sitting next to him, he can't do it. I just holding his hands and pants. I mean hands. And now he's by himself, and he put the pillows instead of me, right next to him.
well, I get a lot more peace and quiet with the pillows than I do with you, don't I?
Okay, guys, thank you so much. If you're not member of a Telegram group, please join, because there, like, we put some updates, some recent and working links for the Zoom parties and stuff. And it's getting late for the guys as well, so it's 11. And I see you very soon. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything that you do for us, and your messages, like, we always appreciate. It means a lot. Stryker, thank you so much for coming at this late hour for you. Thank you for staying in touch with me 24/7 with my ups and downs. And thank you for being a host on a Zoom wedding that you're going to attend on Wednesday.
That.
When
When
is
do I
that?
do that? Is it
We
tomorrow?
can't hear you.
Oh, Okay, I was just joking.
You were
So
joking.
when do I have to do that? Is it
Yeah.
today?
So, guys, I want to let you know that I'm very, very grateful for Stryker, and he's a very good man. That's all for now.
Thanks.
Would you
Appreciate it.
say something nice? No?
A few moments later.
All right. Oh, okay. No, hang on. Luba, you're also very.
You need to ask a ChatGPT to write it for you or what?
Okay.
No, you've done very well. You've gone all the way to America. You've gone to the Matchmakers Association. You've done a very good job representing us as the best matchmaking company in the world. And for that, I thank you.
You made me very good business cards. Okay, I will call them. And on this positive note, we're gonna say goodbye, good night, and we see you in the next one.
Catch you later.